right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Spicy Dumpling. I'm your host, Matthew, along with...
the other host, Amon. So co-host, really. Co-host, okay? You can't take all the credit.
Okay. Can I just say, we had to change the name because one of our co-hosts got canceled, and...
Yeah, he ditched the boys for, he kind of ditched the boys, so, like...
us millennials would call that he was a simp.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, bro, he was...
Funny, dude, the funniest thing is we were roasting Amon last week.
Oh, don't even go into this. Come on.
And then Sam just has to go and simp out on us.
Oh, I know. But, alright, I'm not... No names, but, the canceled host... he was roasting me the other week for it, and then he ended up reverse carding it, so...
Off podcast, I was toasting, I was like, boy, she looks goofy, what is her last name, what is she on? I was toasting, and Sam was like, no, she's got a special place in my heart. I'm like, bruh, what's that?
Bro, Matthew out here flaming, though. The audience has no idea what we're talking about. Maybe we can say that for another podcast.
Good. I mean, honestly, they don't need the context, dude.
Yeah, good. That's true. Anyways, today's podcast, what are we going to talk about, Matthew?
We're going to be talking about Corona, dude. It's pretty pressing right now. They just canceled my whole senior year.
Yeah, dude, I heard. My school just canceled grad and prom.
Yeah. Everything's been canceled. You see, I don't think it's actually hit me yet. Because I feel like if it's hit me, I'd definitely be crying or something. But, right now, I'm like, whatever. I don't really care. Because we get out. They changed our date, too. We get out May 8th. My school. We get out May 8th.
You get out that early?
Yeah, we get out in 2 weeks before AP testing, which is that's crazy, dude.
That's insane. No, our school ends at May 30th. We end right at the end of the month.
No, remote learning for seniors ends May 8th, and then it ends for everyone else May 8th.
Okay. So only seniors, they end that early.
Yeah, and then everyone else ends a week later. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so
even still, May 15th is still pretty early.
That is true. So what is it like being there's so many people out there that have their
dude. Okay, I got the hot take right here. Okay, I'll ask him on to put music, dramatic music. I'll play some music for him right now. But I got the hot take. Okay.
Oh, are you gonna do the music?
I got the hot take right here. No singing. Just me talking.
Okay.
But if you get bored, just listen to the music. Okay. So honestly, I think my senior year this year has really just been a bunch of it just feels really cut off. Everyone tells you second semester senior year, that's the time to live it up. But honestly, I think I had more fun first semester. Those late nights studying for tests, balancing working out and homework and college apps, man. Honestly, I just had so much more fun and as stressful as it was looking back. Right now there really isn't anything for me to do other than AP testing because I know which college I'm going to. I have everything settled down. It's just really I'm just waiting and trying to get everything over with. And so a lot of senior year activities have been canceled, which is really upsetting. Prom, graduation. I was definitely looking forward to those, but I think more than anything, I just really wanted closure. I spent 12 years in the schooling industry, and I gave it my all. School is definitely, and it might just be because we're Asian, but it's definitely something I've held a very at a high standard. I could list my GPA, list my standardized tests, list all everything, how many AP courses I took. But at the end of the day, I just I think the thing I'm going to miss most about high school is just not having a good end date, because no one remembers. Everyone remembers the beginning and everyone remembers the end, but no one really remembers the middle.
Right.
And for me, I just feel like I don't have that like ending. You know, like the last 3 months of high school is supposed to be the best, and I just didn't get that. Yeah. So when I mean like I don't think it has fully kicked in yet, like I think it probably will kick in, next year, my freshman year of college, second semester, like right around now, when I see people are posting, like prom pictures and graduation. I think it'll definitely kick in hard next year when I realize, like, dang, they look so like happy, and I just didn't get that experience.
Right.
But
right.
so I think that's like kind of how I feel right now. But at the end of the day, it's like these experiences are who shape you as a person, and so you can't let these things just get you down. I've been like getting close to a lot of my friends during quarantine, like Amon. I don't think Amon and I were this close, maybe like even just 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Definitely
right.
And I think like I'm expanding a lot more on what I like to do rather than, like just going out and wasting my time. I feel like I'm a lot more focused, and I just like I've been playing my guitar a lot more recently, but I've also been, calling my friends and making sure I build those relationships, because summer is most likely going to get cut as well. So I might just get thrown right in freshman year, and I won't get to say goodbye to all the people I knew in high school.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think another thing I'm going to miss a lot. Okay, screw the guitar. This is not working. The ambience not been.
See, I think honestly, this is probably like the best way to like kind of cope with everything right now. It's just like kind of trying to connect to people, like realizing who's there for you,
Right. And I think like for me, one thing that I've always been super scared about was like, not the people, like I know who I'm going to stay in touch with. Like the people I'm really good friends with, I'm going to stay in touch with, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not worried about that, but it's the people who, I enjoyed the company with, but like don't know them that well. Like I'd be like, if I see them in the hallway, if they're in my class, I'll sit next to them, I'll eat lunch with them, but like, I don't know super well beyond just like they're good for laugh, right? And I think I'm definitely going to miss those people a lot, because I think it's like you never know what you have until it leaves, right? So like once I get out of here or whatever, like I'll be like, man, I really miss so and so, and like it's just the small specific things they do. I think definitely are going to stick out to me a ton. But that's just a take from the senior year. I don't know. How's junior year? I know junior year is super big, like big year in high school too.
Yeah. So okay. So if you guys haven't like realized already, Matthew's a senior and I'm a junior, and so basically, I think honestly, like not a lot of people realize this, and like I don't know if juniors really get the right to say this, but I feel like it's affecting juniors just as much, in a sense where like this is the most important year for us. Like all the like AP testing, like a lot of juniors take the most APs. Like this year.
Wait, I'm gonna cut in right there. AP testing this year is not as hard as previous years.
Okay,
you cannot.
I know, but like what I'm saying is like we're the guinea pig year. Like this is a year that we send in all our like test results to colleges without actually knowing like we don't know the format that's coming up on these tests. Like, we know to a certain degree, but, like, we don't know how they're going to be graded or, like, the types of curves. Because, like, obviously there are going to be kids that cheat on these tests. And, like, they'll make the curve much harder for the kids who do not cheat. You know what I mean?
No, I think you have to. I mean, they called it open note, but, like, it's very difficult to be competitive against the people who are just, innately having another laptop open and Googling stuff. Right?
And honestly, that's the issue, because like a lot of people can do that, but not like
the people who
large population isn't able to like control
and the people
that.
Who are exactly. And I think another thing is like it's just so hard. Like people were saying, oh, they'll implement like cameras and stuff. No, that's like a breach. That's
breach of privacy. That's against our First off, that's against our amendment. Second off, not all technology has a capability of like streaming.
Exactly. I mean, like just some of the basic computers that like our school has barely have like a functioning like webcam. It could be super laggy or blurry. There's just no way.
Yeah,
something like that.
It's honestly and like how standardized testing companies are like also trying to do like, oh yeah, if we don't have it by like maybe like then by next fall. Understandably, if it's by next fall, then I understand implementing online. But like over the course of summer, they're like trying to push for it. They're like, oh, we're not canceling this, we're not canceling that yet. That's just crazy. Like, you know, thankfully a lot of colleges are going test free, but what that also means for juniors, and this is the part where I think it distinguishes like senior class of 2020 and junior class of 21. It's that colleges are about to become so much more competitive with the standardized testing becoming optional. You know what I mean?
I don't think so.
Really?
I think no. So I just, speaking as someone who's like applied and everything, the standardized test means so much. Like, it means so little. Like, I know, like, when I was a junior too, I was like, oh my god, the ACT score is like a huge part. No, dude, like, it's essentially like a checklist, right? So obviously, if you're applying to Harvard, like these top Ivy League schools, you have to have like 33 plus, right?
Right.
But like, to a certain point, like 35, 36 is not necessary. Like, I read it. It was the Harvard lawsuit. I read the case, and one of like Harvard, in their like debriefing or whatever, they talked about like they give students like an academic score, right, which is a holistic review of like their entire like application system, right?
Okay.
And students, it was like 60% of students who had been given an academic review of 1 would be admitted, and then like a holistic score of like 2 would, I think only like 12% would be admitted. 3 was like 4%, so on and so forth. Just got lower, right? So like the first top percentile was like the rank 1, right, which is what everyone is shooting for because they want to get into the school, right? Like,
yeah.
Rank 1 is given to students to have exceptional test scores, but also more than that, have like an exceptional extracurricular. So maybe, they're like they like are big at science fair, and they go into nationals, and they're presenting these big projects, and having like real like businesses,
like big competitions, real businesses.
Exactly. But like more than that, it's like something notable, like not just like, oh, I like competed at like a national level competition. Like, you need notable results, like,
sure.
And maybe top 5 for like, we both do speech and debates, like at NATS, like a multiple top finishes at NATS, and then like more than that, maybe like Science Olympiad, top finishes at Science Olympiad. And that's just like an example. Those are just examples I'm thinking of. You can think of other things, like, you get an article in like Sports Illustrated or something like that, which is very popular. Or like, you get an article in the Wall Street Journal, something like that, right? Those are like notable events. Harvard places that higher than standardized testing.
So like it's more like it's like notable achievements, basically, just anything that has wide influence in a sense.
Exactly, yeah. And who they would give academic scores of 2 to would be the people with high standardized scores and high grades, but that's it, right? So like ultimately, it's like you need to have these scores, but then you have to have more. So I think a lot of people fall under the impression that like, oh, if I just get this one more thing, then if I just get the score, then we'll be good. No, that's not it. You have to be the score plus so much more, And so I think, yeah, it's definitely, don't shoot for the stars and then a little bit more, but don't like beat yourself up for not getting like a 36, like 1600 perfect SAT, perfect ACT, which I feel like I'm kind of hypocritical because that's like exactly what I tried to do.
But I think time kind of helped you realize that,
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
It wasn't worth completely, right?
Yeah, and I remember someone telling me that like the same thing second semester of my junior year. I just like, oh, this guy's full of crap. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. But now looking at it, my second semester, like, it's really not that important. I think definitely focus on your essay a lot. Your essay is honestly more important than your standardized testing scores.
Dude, so the past like week or like 2 weeks, there are like 2 scholarship opportunities, and like, not even gonna lie, that was probably the most dedicated thing like I've like actually worked on since quarantine started. Like, because I feel like essays convey a story that's meaningful to you, and if you do it right, then you're like addicted to writing the essay because you want people to know your story. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want it self-confined. Like, it's just, like, a natural thing for humans to, like, share. Like, to tell, you know? So I was actually really into the process. I loved it a lot.
No, yeah. It's, I think writing your Common App essay is actually very fun. And I'm a firm believer that, like, the college application process is a time of self-reflection. And if you don't come out of it, like, knowing yourself better and having a better understanding of yourself, you didn't do it right.
Right.
Because, like, you can't get the best, like, quality of essay, like, the best quality content if you're not reflecting on how your experiences as a person can truly convey the prompt properly. And so when it comes difficult, and, like, what comes difficult is when you're typing out, like, 15, 20 essays.
Yeah.
They kind of become repetitive and
redundant. Yeah, it's just the same thing over and over. And honestly, that's kind of what I was going through. Like, I almost had that writer's block where I was like, I can't think of anything. Like, maybe just a different variation of the same topic. And honestly, I truly did, like, realize that. And I was like, and honestly, it's a good thing too that I realize it now rather than later, like during the college admissions process, because I would have to scramble to find ideas. Now that I know what I'm looking for, like, I can aim for those kinds of things, like accomplishing those kinds of things.
Right. I think what separates, like, I guess just on the, like, Common App train or whatever, I'm going to assume you're applying through Common App. I think, like, one of the pretty helpful things that colleges do is a lot of their prompts are pretty similar.
Yeah.
So you can, like, definitely retrofit some of your previous essays.
That's what I've heard too.
Just so you don't, like, burn yourself out. But, like, I should have done that more. Like, just at the beginning, get the Common App done, get the solid Common App, and then write, like, the first 5 essays, just the original, and then start, like, retrofitting and combining and cutting. I think that would be a lot more effective of your time, because once you get those first 5 supplemental essays, like, to be solid,
then you're basically rolling right through it. Yep.
Exactly. Yep. And everything becomes a lot less stressful because just rehashing and rethinking is just so hard.
It's a lot of work, especially senior year. Like, I mean, a lot of people can think, oh, yeah, it's senior year. Like, I've already turned in all college apps, everything. No, you still got to stay on that grind because, like, at the end of the day, colleges are still looking. They're like, first semester is really important in the college admissions process. Like, that's like, hey, this kid's still trying. So, like, obviously we give credit to him.
Facts.
If there's anything, honestly, that Corona has taught me, honestly, there are 2 aspects of this. You can see it in the negative aspect and you can see it in the positive aspect. Obviously, the negative aspect is that, a lot of people are dying, a lot of health concerns, like, across the world.
I'm just going to cut in right here. I think another huge impact that is currently happening is the hate crimes that are being targeted toward the Eastern Asian community. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
It's unfair.
So, and honestly, no, I felt very torn about this situation because on one hand, both of us essentially, we're both Asian, but Eastern Asian is what it's like mainly focused.
Right.
Me, I feel first of all very, very, like, targeted and scared. Right? There's no excuse for hate crimes. There's no excuse for racist behavior. Right? But I think, like, what we need to understand is when Trump called it a Chinese virus, I don't innately think that's racist because it did come from China. I think that is true. But, and here's the biggest thing, which has put me over, people need to distinguish between the Chinese virus and the Chinese people virus. There's a major difference between these 2, like, phrases. And I think when Trump said the phrase Chinese virus, it basically, like, a lot of people interpreted it as the Chinese people virus, in which, like,
it created
a
fear around that community.
Exactly. And so just plain and simple, I don't think the phrase, like, Chinese virus is racist. Just in and of itself, Chinese virus. but what people are interpreting as is terrible. Like, I cannot, like, the interpretations that have been taken from this phrase is just unacceptable. And I think another thing that I have to say is that, like, there was no need to even use this phrase in the beginning. Like, there was an official, like, name for it, COVID-19, and then there was also the phrase that everyone has been using, coronavirus. There was no need to, like,
so
even
I'll cut in here. I totally agree with you. And I think, honestly, this can be seen as both a positive and negative. Like, it's all you can interpret it whoever you want.
Yeah, based on your... Right.
This pandemic has taught us who the good world leaders are and who the unfit world leaders are.
Yeah.
That's just... There's a major delineation between the two. Now, obviously, the world leaders are trying to, like, do everything they can to keep people safe. I understand that. But, like... Now we're kind of realizing the types of leaders America are under specifically. Not only did the president suggest that we inject ourselves with what?
Cleaning products.
Cleaning products.
I read in New York, like, 30 people died from ingesting cleaning products.
Oh.
You cannot be serious, dude. Like,
30? What?
No, I read there was, like, a good amount of people, like a handful of people that died. Dude, I think everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and everyone can support. That's, like, the beauty of America, right? Everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
That's just pure...
That is ridiculous, dude. Why are you drinking bleach, dog? Why are you drinking Tide? Like, come on now.
And I understand it's, like, a sensitive topic to some people, but, like, come on. That's just plain knowledge. Like, you just gotta understand, you don't consume cleaning products. Like, that's as toxic for a reason. And if you're just out there digesting it like bubble gum, like, come on. Like, you can't do that, you know? And, like, Las Vegas, the mayor of Las Vegas apparently was, like, at an interview, I think, with CNN. They were like, the mayor, she said, yeah, we want the people of Las Vegas to be, like, the control group.
Are you what?
And, like, to reopen the city. And I was like, Las Vegas, one of the most populated cities in the nation, if not in the world.
Definitely Nevada. It's huge. Yeah.
She wants to reopen it because economy isn't doing so hot right now.
No, it's
use
right
people.
Up there with, like, yeah.
And use their people as a control group.
Chicago, New York, right? No, dude, they're like the anti-quarantine people who are like. I saw this actually on Instagram the other. Or first of all, I guess we can stay on the cleaning topic. But dude, I just did a quick Google search. Lysol maker, please don't drink our products. Experts rip Trump's idea of injecting disinfectant to treat coronavirus. We don't eat our countertops, yet many Americans are using cleaning products. Like, guys, come on, we have to do better. Right? That's the first thing.
There are celebrities. There are celebrities tweeting out saying, "Do not digest this kind of stuff."
Like, please,
because there are people that would do it.
Right? Please, come on, guys. Let's not.
And like the thing is, with Corona being so widespread now, like all these young kids now know what it is. God. So if they're listening to this type of stuff,
my 8-year-old sister has heard about this.
Oh my god! If these young kids hear like the president or like the mayor saying these kinds of stuff, like imagine what people people will try to do.
No, and I was gonna say I saw on Instagram just like an article of these like people in Michigan blockading healthcare workers from getting to the hospital.
I saw that
because they don't want to be in quarantine. That is ridiculous, dude. That is genuinely ridiculous. And
frontline essential workers being blocked off because people are sick of being stuck at home, just like everybody else. Like
that is ridiculous, dude. Like I cannot. Those people, I genuinely cannot understand. Like, oh, another thing. This was huge. I don't know if you heard about this, but my high school was going to turn on the football stadium lights at 8:20 a couple days ago.
Our school is doing that too. Yeah.
To honor the seniors, right? And my school's pretty big. Like I think we had like 3,500 kids or something like that.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, like, Matthew attends, like, the biggest public high school in Ohio.
Yeah, I
think it's named the biggest public school.
It is. Yeah. It's in Ohio, yeah. It's like a small college, honestly. Like 3,500. I think it was like 3,800 now.
Oh my, yeah, that's huge. That's a lot of people.
No, get this. So, like, the seniors were supposed to go to the parking lot, stay in their cars, and just watch the lights, right? Oh my God, I get like mad even thinking about it. But like the people in my grade, they go, and instead of following the rules, staying in their car and like calling each other, right? They're literally throwing like a fake prom is what they called it. They were like dancing super close. Like I saw a picture with 18 people next around one car. Are you kidding me? Like, and they were blasting music super like loud, and everyone was just dancing together. It got so bad that the police had to come and like the police had to come and be like, "Hey guys, like that's not cool." Like he like flashed his lights, and then everyone went home. But like just actions like that it's just like ridiculous, you know? And like they used to, a lot of people like who were there, I didn't go because, you know, stay at home, stay safe, quarantine. Yeah. Like a lot of people who were out there dancing were like, "Oh, we're just protecting our mental health," you know, like it's so straining being stuck inside. Like I don't want to, first of all, I'm going to preface all this by saying, you know, like I know mental health is like a really big issue, and I don't want to sound offensive to anyone. But I really don't think blaming this fake prom or dance party you had at the high school as like an excuse for your mental health, you know? Like, I really don't think that's the way to go about it. And there's so many better options, you know? And the school has made it very clear that they have counselors that are willing to talk, you know? Like, every single day, we just have like this page, this like website called Schoology where we like check updates from our teachers, grades, stuff like that, right?
Yep.
And every single day, there's like a counselor tweeting out, "Hey guys, don't forget to go on a run or stay exercise. Make sure you smile today." You know, like just really nice, encouraging stuff. And they're like, "We're always open to talk. Like, give us an email. We'll like try and set something up." So the school has made it very clear that they are willing to help if you reach out to them. And people are still out here throwing these dance parties. I'm like, come on, guys. We have to be better than this.
People are really, really taking this as a joke. Like, a lot of teenagers think that they're like immune to this like COVID-19 virus, and the issue is like they're not. Like, not a lot of people realize that, but like they are not immune. Like, there are like a couple teenagers who have died already, like once they got, you know, the virus. And it hits especially harder for people that have like asthma or like who, you know, a lot of kids in our generation, like we don't do it, but like a lot of kids in our generation like vape. Like, this is a respiratory virus. This thing attacks your lungs.
Oh, come on, guys. We got to be better than that.
Like,
dude.
If someone gets infected, I mean, imagine people like, you know, that do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, apparently, yeah, dude, apparently some girl from like my school actually had it. I'm pulling up the tweet she posted or whatever, but like there was a big argument on Twitter, and she was like, just responding. She was like, "Oh, here it is." She said, "You thought I had the virus over a month ago and was in quarantine weeks before you were. #immunity." So this girl who got the virus but is like cured now went out to like party and like dance because she was immune and she had no regard to anyone else. Like,
oh my gosh.
Oh my god!
People are selfish, man. People are selfish.
I didn't think. Yeah, I know, dude. I didn't think. I was shocked when I read that tweet, dude.
What grade?
Senior.
Oh.
I mean, they were all seniors.
Okay, yeah. But man,
I've just been. I'm there. It was like it got so big that like there were just a bunch of like just the memes created. Here's one. It's like the guy was like, "It's kind of hilarious how the people defending /and/or attending the Mason mosh pit are the same ones bringing the class average GPA down a couple points." Oh, yeah. He's out here roasting. Oh, jeez, man.
Oh no. That's funny. Oh yeah. My goodness. So Matthew, okay, on a different note. Same topic, different note.
For sure.
how do you combat boredom during quarantine?
How do I combat boredom? Perfect question. This will be our last topic because I gotta use the restroom.
That's fine.
Okay, but so firstly, so I still have schoolwork. I don't get, like I said, I don't get out until May 8th. So I've been doing a lot of homework, studying for AP tests as well because that's coming up.
Yeah, that's coming up with, 2 weeks from now? 3 weeks from now?
My last AP test is 3 weeks from, I want to say today, 3 weeks from this upcoming Wednesday.
Okay, yeah.
And so, I've just been preparing for that. And then I will say I've been, I started watching the Marvel movies again. So I've been starting the MCU just from the beginning of Phase 1 to, like, Iron Man, like Captain America. I've just been watching all those. I just finished Civil War, I just finished, what's the one after Ant-Man? Civil War. I just finished Civil War. Yeah. Captain America, Civil War. I'm about to start Doctor Strange. I'm a big Tony Stark fan. Love Iron Man. Screw Captain America. I hate that guy. I've been doing a lot of that. I've been talking to a lot of my friends. I've been talking to Mon a lot. I've been talking to my other friends just on Snapchat, Instagram, sending each other stuff. Keep yourself
busy. Honestly, I think social media is really keeping us connected.
Honestly, yeah.
I have a question.
What's up?
Do you eat out of boredom?
Do I eat out of boredom? Yeah, honestly, like, I ain't gonna lie, Doritos, man. Like, shout out Doritos. Dude, no cap. I had, my sisters and I made this new recipe. Y'all should try it out. It's called, like, an Oreo mug cake. I saw it on TikTok, and then we kind of modified it a little bit. So on TikTok, she used, like, crushed up Oreos and then added water and then, like, microwaved it. And then it was, like, a cake. And, like it was a mug. Yeah, it was, and it looked good on TikTok. But I was like, let me try it with milk, right? Because, milk and Oreos just goes together. And I did it. It was like a cake in a mug. It was super good, right? But then we added ice cream to it, and it was like it was so good.
Oh, dude. That sounds good. That sounds good.
It was so good, dude. We just had it today, actually.
Oh, okay. What do you call it? You got to give it an official name.
Oh, we just call it, like, the Oreo mug cake with ice cream. That's another thing. I've been cooking a lot. It's like burgers, steak, pizza, pasta. Lots of ramen has been consumed. I've been trying to stay active, running a lot. Water. Drinking so much water, dude. You got it, man. Ask Amon. Amon's the king of drinking water.
Dude, okay, so I'll tell you how much water I drank in the past, like, I think it was, like, week and a half, right? Okay, so I was originally making a punching bag out of water bottles, but then my parents were like, nah, screw that, we'll buy you an actual punching bag. I was like, alright, whatever. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I have 6 times 14. What is that? 60, 24. That's 84 bottles plus another 6. So I had about 90 bottles of water in the past week.
Okay.
No, that's like 90, like, 16-ounce bottles.
Bro, that's a waste of plastic. I ain't gonna front.
but we're, like, reusing the plastic. So, like, we're gonna use it for, like, we're using for, like, we're gonna make something out of it. So it's not, like, wasted. But,
I was gonna say
that's like 180 cups of water in, like, the past, like, week and a half, 2 weeks.
Hey, that's good though. Water's good, bro. It might be an Asian thing, but, like, I always get water when I go to a restaurant, dude. Not just because it's cheap, but, like, gotta get the water, dude.
Well, that and your, like, parents, like, when I was young, my parents always used to force me to get water with no ice. No ice. That's just how it was. But that's
water, no ice. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So that's just how it was. But, like, since Ramadan started where we have to fast, we're not allowed to, like, eat now during the day.
Really?
Yeah, so, like, what I would normally eat for, like, just, like, out of boredom, like, I'm, like, literally at home starving.
Okay, but you're like, nocturnal now, though. Like, you stay up pretty late.
Okay, yeah, like, so basically, that's another effect of quarantine. I know you have to use the bathroom. I feel so bad.
Go ahead. I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. So quarantine, like, got my entire, like, sleep schedule, like, shifted.
Oh,
so
thanks.
So, like, I'm basically, it's, like, the opposite. Like, now I wake up at, like, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you
Yeah.
know, it's crazy, because, like, I kind of grind out in the night and just, like, work really hard.
Right.
And, like, I listen to, like, a lot of speeches and, like, music, so, like,
That's kind of tough for your scheduling, because I know school I go to, a lot of our assignments are due at 11:59.
Yeah, so that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
So you have to like time it out where you do it like just like a day ahead. So like you have that like technically extra night to do it or whatever.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I was typing an AP Lit timed essay last night, and I turned it in at like it was like 11:54 or something like that.
That's cutting it close. That's cutting it real close, right? But I feel that but a lot of teachers are like thankfully being really like lenient. They're,
no,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Like we'll adjust around you guys, but like as they say that, like they assign tons of work.
Yeah, but I mean, no, my teachers have been honestly amazing this year. Like I'm so thankful for the teachers I've had this year. Like what my calc teacher sent out like a message telling us like how much she misses us and how much she like feels bad for her senior years. I'm like, dude, like that teacher, she was great, dude. Don't get me wrong, I was not the best at her class, but she was so sweet, honestly.
Right. And, a lot of teachers are being really positive. They're like,
right.
And it's kind of funny seeing some of them like trying to grasp technology and like videos of them like trying to work through lessons. It's like the funniest thing ever.
Sure, yeah,
but like a lot of teachers are working really hard to like make sure that we're like getting through this season and like prepared for whatever comes in the future.
But honestly, I feel like in the upcoming years, obviously we're both going to be out of high school by then, but in the upcoming years, I can see a lot more of like remote learning days. I can honestly very realistically see like maybe a decade from now, students are only going to be going to school maybe like once or twice a week, like if at all.
Right.
Like they'll maybe go on Mondays and Fridays, and then the rest will just be online. Like I can very realistically see
so
that.
You can see virtual schools being like daily thing.
Right. Just because like what's happening right now is like this has never happened before, unprecedented, and it's just crazy to think that like it just hit us so hard this year, and a lot of people were not like ready for it. So I think in the future, people are definitely going to be more prepared. So I think I just because of that, I think online school.
I think there's going to be more protocol to like kind of like help with it. Honestly, I think with the stories of how bored people are and like how social distancing, in all honesty, like I see it almost as an opposite, like where I think they're gonna like a lot of people are gonna start appreciating going to school in person.
Oh, for sure.
So, like,
I miss school. I miss school so.
Right. Yeah. It was nice, like with 3 weeks off. It was like, okay, this is pretty nice. This is a nice breather. But like once you start going past that and you can't leave the house and you can't see your friends, then that just starts getting like a whole new level of.
Dude, no, honestly, real note, I'm most disappointed if I'm in AP Physics C Mechanics, right? And so every year after AP testing, our teacher does this thing called the boat race, where like students get together in pairs and they build like a boat out of cardboard, and then we take it down to the atrium and then we like race them, right, in the lap pool.
Right.
So I'm a business major, right? Well, that's what I decided to do in college. The only reason I took this class, mind you, this is like one of the hardest classes our school offers. Like AP Physics, like is very difficult. The only reason I took this class was to do this project, and it gets canceled.
Oh,
that was like all my pain and suffering for this class.
For nothing.
Exactly.
Oh no. Terrible. Oh, I feel bad. Yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely crying in the club.
Yeah. No, my summer program over the summer got canceled. And like this was a good program. Like there were international kids coming in, like from 26 different countries. Like almost every state of America was being represented by somebody. Like this was like a huge thing, and like we were all like building up to this moment when we would meet each other, like how fun it would be. Like this just this reunion of people that met through, like, a virtual link, right?
Right.
And, like, it gets canceled, and, like, a lot of people are, like, devastated. Like, you know, we've been hyping each other up from the beginning of the year, and all of a sudden, canceled.
You know what you need to do? You need to get a freaking Instagram account, dude. That's how you really stay in touch with people.
Come on, man.
That's what you gotta do.
I'm using WhatsApp, okay? I'm using
WhatsApp.
That's the only... that's
like the brown version of WeChat. Like, Chinese people know WeChat is like... Dude, I read online, like, someone told me that, like, the Chinese government now uses it, like, they, like, bought WeChat or something, and every, like, citizen has to have one, and then they just, like, tag them. Like, their WeChat, like, the government has their WeChat handle and stuff like that. Like, that is...
That's actually kind of funny, though, not gonna lie.
Dude, the Chinese government is something else, man. Holy...
I can see India, like, trying to buy WhatsApp. Unless they, like, own it already. I don't think
so funny, dude.
But, like, honestly, like, every, like, Indian uncle and auntie, like, that I go to, like, at a party, they all have it. So it's like...
No, yeah, seriously.
And then, but that's the thing, like, so much fake media finds its way through.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, they're so gullible, so what they do is they send it to, like, all their, like, little chats, and by the time you know it, like, the nation knows about this one article within, like, 5 hours.
Oh, for sure.
Because it just spreads like wildfire. So, like...
Wait, did you hear... Oh, this is a side note. Did you hear Kim Jong-un is, like, dead or something like that?
Oh, yeah, so... Okay, so, what was that? I think it was a heart surgery. They said something like about a heart surgery. They don't know yet. It's not confirmed. But, like, he's been gone for a couple days. Some people say he's in a vegetative state. So, like, he can't do anything right now. So, the country's super vulnerable. Others are saying he's dead.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, I gotta use the restroom.
All right, so we're gonna call this podcast number 1.
Yeah. All right, you can. This has been Matthew, Amon, Spicy Dumpling podcast. Honestly, this is a lot of fun. I'm be honest with you. We'll get other special guests and stuff. Definitely. We'll definitely be recording more podcasts in the future.
Yes, sir. I think it'd be fun to vary the people a little bit, you know, like kind of like have them in and out. I think that'd be really fun.
Oh yeah. Get like, and we can get like different people, people we know on our podcast, stuff like that. It would definitely be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Heading out.
Adios.